Welcome to Easy Language. Learn language easily. Let's start. Amira lived in a small village that stood at the edge of a vast desert. Her home was simple, a tiny mud house with a roof of dried leaves. In the hot afternoons, Amira often sat outside, looking at the landscape of sand and dry shrubs. Everyone in the village worked hard every day. They collected water from a well far away and grew whatever crops they could manage in the poor soil. Yet, Amira loved this place. It was home, with its quiet sunsets and the laughter of children playing under the wide sky. But Amira had a special dream. She wanted to grow a big, strong tree in front of her house. She had seen pictures of green fields and tall trees in old magazines at the village school. The idea of a tree that gave shade, fresh air, and a place for birds to sing fascinated her. In a place where nothing seemed to grow easily, a big tree would be a miracle. When Amira told the villagers about her dream, many laughed. A big tree in the desert? They scoffed. It will never survive. The soil is too dry, the sun is too hot, and the wind is too strong. Even her mother said kindly, "Amira, we barely have enough water for our own needs. How will we keep a tree alive?" Despite these doubts, Amira's heart remained firm. She believed that if she worked hard and cared for a seed with love and patience, something wonderful could happen. One morning, she decided to start her project. She saved a small seed from a piece of fruit the traveling merchants had sold her family. It was a tiny seed, no bigger than her fingernail. She looked at it and imagined a tall tree full of green leaves. Amira walked far to the well with an extra clay pot each day. Besides the water she collected for her family's needs, she carried a little extra back for her seed. When she got home, she found the spot in front of her house where the sun did not hit the ground all day long. There, she planted the seed. She pressed it gently into the soil, covered it with earth, and poured a little water over it. Days passed, and then weeks. Nothing happened at first. Amira continued her routine. Each morning before the sun grew too hot, she fetched water from the well. She poured a little on the ground where her seed lay hidden. People continued to tease her, saying, "Why waste water? You should save it." Amira only smiled and said, "Great things take time." After a month, a tiny green sprout poked through the soil. Amira's heart danced with joy. She showed her mother, who finally believed in her daughter's determination. The other villagers, curious, came to see the little plant. Still, some doubted it would grow much more, but Amira didn't mind. She knew she must care for it every day. The weather remained harsh. Hot winds blew across the desert, drying everything quickly. Amira sometimes worried that the plant would die, but she refused to give up. Early each morning, she did her chores quickly and ran to the well to get water. Even when she felt tired, she kept working. In her mind, she pictured a leafy tree providing shade and comfort. As the months passed, the small sprout developed into a young plant with a stem and a few leaves. Gradually, it turned into a sapling, standing taller than Amira's knee. Birds began to rest on its branches. Neighbors noticed that the ground around the tree stayed a bit cooler and softer than other places. A few even asked, "How did you manage to keep it alive?" Amira explained, "I never gave up. I believed that if I cared for it enough, it would grow. I used what I had and worked every day." The villagers nodded slowly. Perhaps they, too, could grow something if they tried hard enough. Over a year passed, and the sapling became a young tree with stronger roots and a thicker trunk. Its leaves were bright green, waving gently in the afternoon breeze. Amira's dream was becoming a reality. When travelers passed through the village, they stopped to admire this unexpected sight. A green tree in a dry place was truly a wonder. In time, the tree became tall enough to provide shade. The children of the village now played under it, laughing and running around without the burning sun on their heads. The old villagers sat under the tree and enjoyed its cool shade, telling stories and sharing memories. Birds built nests in its branches, singing in the morning air. Everyone began to appreciate what Amira had done. Now, when people talked about the tree, they no longer laughed. Instead they said, "Amira taught us a great lesson. If you have a dream, work hard every day, be patient, and believe in yourself. Even in the toughest places, good things can grow." The tree was proof that determination, care, and persistence could overcome difficult conditions. Amira realized that her dream had become something more than just a tree. It was now a symbol of hope for the entire village. Seeing her success, a few other villagers decided to plant seeds of their own. They asked Amira for advice. When should we water the seeds? How do we protect them from the wind? Amira shared her knowledge gladly, remembering how everyone used to laugh at her. She wanted them to succeed too. Over the years, the village changed. With patience and work, a few more trees took root. The environment became a bit cooler, and the village felt more welcoming and alive. Visitors who came from other places remarked on the unusual sight, a small community that had turned bare land into a green oasis through hard work and faith. Amira continued to care for her beloved tree. She loved resting under its branches, reading or listening to the birds. Sometimes, she recalled the early days when she was just a child with a dream, facing endless doubts. Now she understood that to achieve something special, you must be ready to face challenges and never lose hope, even when others do not believe in you. Moral: big changes can start from small efforts. With patience, determination, and faith in yourself, you can grow something beautiful in even the most difficult circumstances. If you enjoy these stories, please like, share, and subscribe for more.